Is your AC on but not blowing cold? What could be causing this? If your AC is blowing warm in your car, we have a problem. Now your first instinct might be to go down to the parts store and grab one of those recharge cans, but we don't want to do that. That is not going to fix our problem. When was the last time you recharged your refrigerator at home? You haven't, right? So that's the same thing with our automotive systems. They're a sealed unit. The only difference, your refrigerator doesn't see the road like your car does. If we have a problem with our performance, it means we have a problem with our system, either a broken part or a leak in the system. All right, so let's get into diagnosing our AC system. First things first, we need a baseline. And we're gonna grab a thermometer and we're gonna stick this into the vent. Once we have it in the vent, we can turn our car on and get our AC system blowing. Let the car run for about 5 minutes until it hits full cold, and we're gonna look at the reading on our thermometer, and this will be our baseline. All right, so the next thing we're gonna check is gonna be our AC compressor clutch. To do this, it's gonna be easiest to have somebody else in the vehicle pushing our AC button while we're out here looking down into the motor at our AC clutch. When this button is pressed, you should hear it click on. You'll be able to look down and see it click on as well. We're also listening to our AC compressor. Okay, so we have some noise from the AC compressor. We want to listen for any noises it's making with the clutch on or off, whether a bearing noise is present or not present. Now when we're checking out our AC compressor and the clutch coming on and off, we're also going to want to take a look at our fan and make sure that's getting commanded on as well. The next thing we're going to check is going to be our pressures. This is going to be able to tell us a lot about the car. This will almost be like a check engine light, but for your AC system. To check our pressures, we're going to have our gauges hooked up, then we're going to hop into the car and we're going to turn it on. You want to have the max AC on. AC pressures can actually tell you a lot about what's going on with your system. A quick search can find you a chart that tells you which pressure goes along with which symptom. Now to do this, you really don't need one of these fancy machines. It can be any refrigerant manifold set that you have. Another good quick check we can do for our AC system is going around with a UV light. Refrigerant has dye in it, and when it's hit with this light and you're looking through a pair of yellow glasses, it's going to show up as high vis green. Anywhere this dye is present is where your AC system is leaking. But for us, we have strong evidence that we have a bad compressor based off of noise and pressures. So we'll be replacing that. And now one important note I'm going to add is when you have a compressor failure, you need to change your condenser and your receiver dryer with it. When our AC compressor fails, it's going to send metal throughout our system, and if we just put in a new compressor, that metal's going to make its way back and just junk the new one as well. We carry high quality assemblies here at 1A, so we're going to go ahead and slap one of these in with our compressor. Before opening your AC system, be sure you have it evacuated by a shop. Now that we've installed our new compressor and condenser, we're going to set up our AC machine and recharge our system. All right, let's see if our repair worked. That's looking pretty good. That's climbing down pretty quick. AC systems are supposed to be able to go 20 degrees below ambient temperature. Our ambient temperature right now is 70 degrees, so we're actually 30 below, sitting at 40 degrees, and that's pretty good. Now we're outside of the car, ready to verify our repair. We've already been inside and seen that our cooling zones are much better. And now out here, we can see our clutch engaging and disengaging and not making any more bearing noise.